Welcome back to another episode of the solo self-found Beginner Spellbreaker. This is gonna be episode 4, and we're gonna start late today actually, because last time I think I finished pretty much everything that you have to on normal. And yeah, let's just head into the game here, starting at level 58. My water is lava and soap is acid. Thanks to this weather. You just use a refrigerator, right? Just use a freezer for that. Alright, so let's go here. We are basically fine with resistances, right? We have like a small poison, a small pierce issue. But other than that, everything is already 80% because we did overcap our resistances properly at the end of Elite. And yeah, still using the Death Chill Relic, which is pretty good for basically
still drawn.
all of Elite, still probably, right? Also, I found the full Praetorian chest guard, right? Or like the full Praetorian set rather. The Praetorian set is one of the best sets in the game and can like single-handedly just carry you through Elite as well, I would say. As long as like the rest of your build is decent.
You will need.
So I mean, on Elite we'll basically do everything again, right? So I'm not gonna spend too much time on Elite actually, because I kinda wanna go into Ultimate pretty soon, if I can. We'll see about that. So like primarily I'm looking for just like rushing through the quest on Elite, and then also I'm gonna look for upgrades for my weapons. So like once I'm able to kill Marketer again, we're gonna kill Marketer again once or twice, right? Yeah, maybe do like one SOT run for a better medal, but and Consecrated Ruin is not the worst. I mean, it's not really good, but it's not really like the worst either, so it should be fine for now as well. And also another set I should like have my eyes open for is the Silver Sentinel set, right? The Silver Sentinel set is a 3-piece blue set. It has like a normal and a empowered version, or like a mythical version rather. I think the normal version is like what, 65 and the mythical one level 84. So yeah, that would be pretty good as well. It does have, like, it does share slots with the Praetorian sets though, so it will definitely make my character squishier, at least when I'm using the non-mythical version, right? But the mythical version should definitely be worth it to use over a Praetorian set, right? Hey to the king, workman. A Marketer sword is useful now. I mean, honestly, I thought they were useful before as well. They just got buffed for Reapers, right? Like, for Reapers, they're like really good now. And before, they were like good for basically any Nightblade, right? The Execution part was already pretty good before, in my opinion. And now it got... Did Execution even get buffed? I think the Necrotic Edge part for sure got buffed, right? By a lot. And yeah, like Marketer Reapers, legit, for sure. And even before, things like, I don't know, like Cobra, I mean, yeah, like Marketer Trickster wasn't that bad. I mean, it was like generally like a little bit worse than the Chillest drafts, I would say, before. And now it's probably still like that, except for on a Reaper, right? But the thing is, like, Marketer swords are definitely easier to get than Chillest drafts. So there's that. Also, where do we even go for? Like, what do we go for? We have Ultos, we have Rumor, we have Ghoul, we have Spider. We have Jackal, we have Blizzard. I think the only things I really need from now on are mostly gonna be defensive stuff. Also, I don't have flat RR yet, right? I could, for example, go for a Rowan's Crown. Or I could go for Revenant. Or I mean, Revenant and Dying God, for example, gives you like lots of OA and DA, right? Or I could try to go for more defense via like Obelisk of Men here. But I think if you're playing a Spellbreaker, which is like a single RR mastery, you definitely wanna get something like Elemental Storm or Revenant, right? What do you think, guys? Yo, Fallen, welcome on, welcome on. One goes suppressor, all you need is 2 fingers to play it. By the way, is it not more good for benefit of damage to use Baroness Theory and versus Living seriously? That is true, especially like we're now on patch 1.1.7.1, right? And Baroneth's Fury actually got buffed, and I would use that. It's like a little 55 component, right? It needs level 55. But on this character, which is like Solo Sephound, I did not have the mats to craft yet. Like I need to farm some more Chthonian seals, for example. We're gonna do that probably later today, and then like try to get the Bergothian, like the Shard of Baronoth going, right, for this character. But yeah, I can definitely recommend it now. It was already usable before, in my opinion, but now it got buffed, and should be pretty good now. Maybe I don't even want ultas, right? Maybe I just want Viper. Like maybe Viper, Dying God, Obelisk, Revenant? I'm not quite sure from now on, actually. Yeah, let me go for the Viper for now, because the Viper also gives me affinity. Like the affinities that I need for, say, Dying God or Revenant. Yeah, I should also like just finish Ghoul, right, to get the points easier. Yeah, you're right. I'm Pepe guy. I missed out actually. Yeah, just like put 1 point to Revenant. I mean into Ghoul, and then you can start working on Revenant right away. Indeed, that's probably the best thing to do right now. Well, I'm not sure if I want to have Revenant later. Grim don't PvP King, Monk ass. All gonna get wrecked at the tournament. Yeah, SSF is Solo Sephound. Which means in this case, like old school ARPG Solo Sephound, so like character Solo Sephound, not account Solo Sephound, like PoE terms would imply. Like Solo Sephound in my case doesn't mean only no trading, it means no shared stash basically. So basically I'm only gonna use items that I find. Also I'm gonna only use components and materials that I'm finding on this character as well. And I'm also trying to avoid as many like shared blueprints as I can. Yeah, we don't have the slit necklaces yet actually. Also welcome in Redden, how are you? The Warlock still seems to be winning, right? Like very... it's pretty close, but it still seems to be winning.
Well met.
No, I am the true king. Who's trolling today? But we even got a frostbite on that one. I mean, I don't need it, but it's interesting. So next one we'll also find all the like fixed spawns for items such as like Oilman's Axe, Ice Exporters, etc. Right? If you want them, you can get them again, but I mean, yeah, they're not even that great, I would say. Like, not anymore. Like, they're good at like a normal for early game. After that, they're pretty useless. Shit, so many necklaces. Let's keep one for ultimate on top. Do you ever go back to old builds? Yeah, I do sometimes. I also like plan to, like, once I'm done with like making one build per class, I will definitely go back to my old builds and try to update them to like whatever is gonna be the current patch at that point. Probably 1.1.8 by then, right? Let's get the ghoul, finish the ghoul, and then work on Revenant, right? Time Warp. These guys are kinda scary because they can like slow you down by a lot. So you kinda wanna kill them ASAP. They are arguably even scarier than Arcanes, to be honest. Yo, Pusker, how are you, man? Wait, why are you getting... Wait, are you getting fucked by the patch? Wait, what happened to your builds? I know like Aether Ray got nerfed like left and right? If anything, like, or like if anybody, Plasma Strike should be really upset, right? Oh, you just made one? Oh, you're the physical one? Oh, come on. Yeah. I mean, yeah, right. Once you have like one good build, finally you have a good build and then it gets nerfed, right? He's bad, man. No, he doesn't play. Plasma doesn't play. Yeah, Plasma doesn't play that much, that's true. He does play every now and then. This makes me want to finish leveling my Spellbreaker. Nice, dude. Yeah, Spellbreakers are lots of fun. They're really, I mean, fast-paced, high DPS characters usually. And not even that squishy, honestly, if you build them right. Or if you're like lucky enough to get the Praetorian set while leveling, right? Which I was, again. But like even without it, you can be fine with some other items, right? Dude, I don't need that many Slith necklaces, what the heck. I have 11, okay. Well. There we go, fast, die fast. I mean, they only die fast if you get hit, right? Just not get hit, right? Or rather, like, just use your nullification mirror of Eruptus wisely, right? They are really good if you time them right. Some energy leech. I don't really know if I need that, but I don't think so. Not really that. Yeah, like all of my active abilities have like 1 point only, right? Like, ABB has 1 point. I mean, this has more than 1 point, but Shadow Spike is 1 point. I wanna rush for Star Pact, right? That was the idea. Star Pact is like the next goal to go to. Yeah, they can't, unless you're named Renan and you just kill Kalagadra on the Spellbreaker. and do like SR90 on a Spellbreaker on hardcore. I have no clue how he's able to do that stuff, but yeah, he did it. I mean, he's a crazy Nightblade player though. I mean, he literally only plays Nightblade, right? Like, he doesn't even play Phantasmal Blades Nightblade, he only plays like dual wield melee Nightblades all year long, so he should be pretty good at the game, like pretty good at playing those spells, which he has. Yeah, definitely. I think he even killed her without his art set. Like, he just killed her with the Crown of the Winter King, Frost Dead Cuirass, the Frost Dead Cuirass shoulders, whatever they're called. They look like very similar to the Frost Dead Cuirass chest, right? And like the new Elena's necklace. I mean, the new Elena's necklace is pretty good, right? That one was pretty good. Yo, Togawa, welcome in, welcome in. Welcome into the stream. Alright, another devotion point to allocate here. There we go. But yeah, the AR nerfs seem pretty rough, man. I've not tested my build yet, my Lightning AR build yet. But there are lots of nerfs in there. I have no idea why they like suddenly nerfed all the AR items in the game, like literally all of them. Like not literally all of them, but like most of them. It's crazy. Personal Flammenwerfer? Hey, do you mean Ignafar? Huh? What do you mean looking for what? Wait. It was already worse damage-wise. I mean, it felt like 10 times better to play and had like, I don't know, way more range, right? So it would be only fair if it dealt like a little bit less damage, to be honest.
Well,
because it already has built-in sustain. I mean, you don't play AR without sustain though, right? Like, why would you play AR without sustain? Like, if you don't have either the offhand, right, the pulsing shard, or like a weapon damage, or I mean, a weapon damage amulet, or a lifesteal amulet, then you shouldn't like play AR in the first place, right? But I need to like sacrifice an item slot for that, that's true. But I mean, most of the AR stuff or like items are built around, or like the other AR, like other AR supporting items are usually like made in a way that you can easily fit those items, or like any of those 3 items, right? You either fit the pulsing shard or like one of the 2 amulets, right? It should be easy on pretty much every AR build, right? So I got these gargoyle belts on the last run, right? On the last episode from Act 7, which are pretty decent as well. If it only had like better rolls, right, I would just use it. But it has trash rolls, so we're not using it. Over here in the waterfront, we're again looking for 3 fabrics, right? Fabric 1, 2. And 3 somewhere. Up here, probably. These chests have like different spawn locations, but Should be able to figure them out. Taking a far offense. Yeah. Hey Kazimura, how are you? Welcome on. Also, Krovexlol, welcome on. Sorry for not being able to read your name that well. I don't know why like dark blue is so hard to read on Twitch. Unfortunately. Currently I have a Dervish with SR set and dual with Misery to farm some gear as my first cater. I've been searching for a new build to make that can clear SR 65 to 66 in ultimate faster than him, or at least not as auto attack based, to spice things up a bit. Any recommendations for your favorite build? I mean, you could try Totem Casters. I think they are pretty good for SR as well. Like my Panetti Druid, my Rujigan Druid, right? That I have on YouTube. That one should be pretty good for SR. Then you have like Bombermans, right? Bomberman casters are always like also able to do SR 65 to 66. They're like a little bit more kitey, like a little bit more of a kiting playstyle, right? That I have. What else? Oh yeah, Ravenous Earth, like Ravenous Earth Oppressors are pretty good as well, or like the Dark One Conjurer. Like there are lots of casters that can reliably do SR 65 to 66 as well, even on hardcore I would say. So I mean, maybe not. I mean, depending on like how easy you can like face tank everything on the Lurch. If you can face tank everything, then most casters are probably gonna be like a little bit slower because most of them have to kite a bit. And like kiting usually makes your DPS fall off a little bit, unless you're playing something like totems, right? Or also like pet builds, yeah. Like I also have a pet Kabbalist, right? The Fire Skeleton pet Kabbalist. Should be pretty, I mean, that was pretty good as well. You can just also like check out my I have like a YouTube playlist called Shattered Realm 50 plus runs, I believe. So you can check out all the SR 65 to 66 videos on those and see which build you like the most. Alright, what are we looking for here? I have no idea. Okay, this one gave me +2 lethal assault round, that was great. And this one has stun reduction, that's also great. So we're like looking for stun reduction, more poison runs. This one also has poison runs, right? Poison, pierce, and stun, that's like what we need. So we're not getting rid of these two anytime soon, I guess. Also Aether is kinda... Yeah, Aether is also kinda... how do you say that? Kinda tight. Rime-Frost, Crest or Frostbite? I mean, if it wasn't like on a trash base, then it would be good, right? Would be really good then, actually. Also, empowered Slith Scale Relag Reps are pretty neat as well. But we still need our current ones for the Poison Rest for now. And that will probably not change too soon. Yeah, hold shit. Just give me the quest. What are you doing? Thank you. What am I doing, rather? Alright, this guy will give you another skip point again, right? Make sure to always do the Kasparov quest. This will always give you a skip point.
Well, since I did.
Heavy taunt points, very good damage. Oh yeah, if you have like multiple of the... what are they called? I mean the Briarthorn and the Poison Dude, right? The Blind Fiend. Those have like pretty nice taunt abilities, right? So they should pretty much always keep aggro. I should probably like start putting a point here now. The Breath of Bergothian is what a pretty good ability obviously when you're dual wielding, because it does reduce your cooldown on this by quite a bit. I don't really like putting it that early because like if you don't have lots of points here, like healing for basically nothing more often is not really that effective, right? So yeah. I kinda only put putting the point there when you actually have some proper investment into that. And like it also allows you to dual wield, but on the other hand, like dual blades is way better for dual wielding anyway, right? So the dual wielding part is not really that necessary. And there's also like really no like it doesn't make any sense to ever like not use dual blades, because dual blades also gives you the physical resistance, right? And physical resistance is pretty much one of the best defensive stats in the game. And also like one of the hardest to get stats in the game. So whenever you are dual wielding on a net blade, you should also use at least 1 point into dual blades, right? Or rather, at least 5 to be honest, because like up to 5 points you get like 1% resistance per point. And that's pretty good value, I would say. Now these rings of this guy might be interesting. But they're like more interesting when we're playing a acid poison character, right? A cold character, they were like... well, not that great. And I got pretty lucky with the double band of black ice, right? Pretty sick ring actually.
He like. What do you want?
So this guy, if you have found a key already from the cultist, right? You don't need to get the key from him, so
What do you want?
you might as well just kill him here, and then get a free bot of Cthon from Captain Bourbon, right?
What's I? Good, you're back.
As you
I've
can
heard
see
good
here.
things from both Kasparov and one of my you. That's good. There, but Warden.
Alright, we pretty much saved everybody we could here in Act 1. Also got the fabric stuff for her, right? There we go.
Greetings.
And we talk to her, and we retrieve the one devotion point that put into Viper by accident, and let's put that one and the other two I got into the Revenant. So Revenant will give us mostly lifesteal here and attack speed here, as well as like some literacy here, health, less damage from undead, and energy leech, and also energy absorbed from enemy spells. And then the active is gonna spawn skeletons for us once we have it, which will have flat resistance reduction. And flat resistance reduction is basically another tier of resistance reduction compared to, for example, this one, which is like minus X%. And from flat resistance reduction, you want to have one source, but not more than that, because it does not stack with itself. So yeah, from this one, for example, you can get as many as you want, as many different sources as you want. But from the flat RR, you should always only get one, because only the highest one will apply. Let's also give him the sleuth necklaces that we found earlier. And he will give us the elite sleuth crown ring, which is the level 45 ring, which has again poison, elemental, and wit resistances, just a little bit more than the one for normal. But yeah, right now I think I'm not gonna change my rings, right? So we're just gonna keep the ones we have. Also, since we found this strange key, let's also check out the Depraved Sanctuary again here on Elite. Hey, Circle of Life, how are you? Welcome in, welcome in. Oh shit, it's so hot today actually. I don't know. It's kinda too hot actually. Yeah, he is. He always does that. That's fine. I would love to hear his accent at some point. That would be funny AF as well. I mean, rather, he doesn't make fun of accent, he just makes fun of my personal pronunciation. We got a Chill Blaze. Let's check out that item, whatever that is. Alright, let's see here. A Chill Blaze. I mean, this one seems good, right? It's like a blue item, has +2 to lethal assault, has like physical to the hold conversion on top. But is it really better than my Malkador weapons? I mean, the answer should be pretty clear, right? Chill Blaze doesn't have any attack speed. It has like only 50% flat, like 50% cold damage here. It has CDR actually, which would make it better for, say, a Rune of Hagaran build. Why does it have lethal assault then? Either way, that's not good enough for the build, right? So we're not gonna use it. I wasn't saying that you're like making fun of it in like a bad way, like, making fun of, or like making a joke about somebody or something is not necessarily a bad thing, right? Because without jokes there would be no fun, right? Cruel word. Alright, here we got a ancient Aether Orb Totem. This might be a little bit challenging, let's say. I mean, when you feel like it, just use your mirror preemptively, right? Honestly, the CC of like all the freezing abilities that I have, and also the Praetorian stats, defensive resistances, I guess, make this pretty nice, like pretty easy to do. You get a mythical, or like non-mythical Silver Bolt rather, a legendary Silver Bolt, which would be awesome if I wanted to like play 2-handed ranged Pierce, but I don't want to do that, so it is trash. I kinda wanna kill these elites, but then again, it will require me to go like all the way around again and then back again, so let's just skip them. Oh yeah, true. I remember. I like watermelons as well. Pretty yummy. Alright, and another one. So we have now the Revenant Devotion. We can put this to, well, Ring of Steel should be fine. It's not ideal, but I don't really have too many active abilities, so I gotta put it somewhere. And you will see that once I like use this Ring of Steel here once or twice, we have now, for example, this skeleton here. Well, he already died again, right? Wait, where is he? Gotta hit more enemies, there we go. Yeah, like, for example, these two skeletons here, attacking enemies, and like with each of their attack, they're gonna reduce the enemy resistances by a flat amount. So that's pretty good. They're also player scale pets, which means that you don't need any pet gear for them, they will just scale off your own stats. So yeah, they're pretty bad for pet builds actually, and rather good for anything that is a non-pet build. Yo, good morning, Hans, how are you? Welcome on, welcome on. Nice to see you. I know you already declined on the PvP tournament, but if you still feel like you would like to join, you can still sign up until like yeah, I mean you have basically still like 2 weeks left, right? If you change your mind, then that's right. Let's still sign up. Just for fun anyway. Oh, okay. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, things are gonna get better for you soon. Sucks to hear actually. You found it? What is this? Oh yeah, but I would offer them 3 bananas and a watermelon. I mean, maybe because it was like the combination of like saying 3 bananas and a watermelon, and like maybe like you didn't even know what like who people were talking about, right? But maybe the people talked about, like maybe the guy that people talked about was like a African American, I don't know. Not sure. Restart my PC. Helps 99% of the time. Either way, we have arrived at Warden Krieg, so let's just kill him. I mean, here in Elite, you definitely want to like make sure to have decent armor or physicalness, ideally both, as well as good Aether Restaurant. So what's the music so loud? What the heck? And I mean, then you just hope for like execution procs from your Marketer swords, right? And you should just kill them. I mean, the Praetorian set does help a lot, I'm not gonna lie. Praetorian set is pretty... I got another one, what the heck is this? What the heck? It's even better than what I had, right? It's even than... what? Yeah, I mean, it is better, right? Maybe not. That's like 3 less away. Has like 70 more HP though. That's pretty huge. 2% less elemental rounds. Yeah, it's gonna suck for fire later, but should be fine for now. Praetorian set. Oh well. Just get it right.
Take a look, shall we?
Just get it.
Goodbye.
See anything you like?
Yeah, we don't need any of those quest items actually. Should also take out the component from this one, or just sell it honestly. I mean, I have like, I don't really have too many of them. Maybe I need more later. These are not like polished emeralds that you can just throw away anyway. Praise weekends, nice.
Is it finished? The Warden's defeat. So you must be the guy before.
Alright, so here at the end of Act 1, you can again choose to go for Act 7 right away if you would like to.
I cannot.
Talk to the scope, go over here, proceed to Act 7 right. And you should, if you again need like any monster frequent here from this act. If you don't, then you can actually just skip Act 7 on Elite, I would say. You don't really have to do it that badly. Unless you want to. I mean, if you enjoy doing this, then just do it. I mean, I enjoy it as well, but like it will slow me down doing this a bit for sure.
So you go.
And you can do like first round, right? That should be pretty easy to do.
The emissary.
Some real experience here. Beacon of Winter's Whale, well that's an item though that you might want to use even over those marketer weapons. Or I can set up one of them maybe. You can also like choose one of these real quick. Whichever you would like to do, right?
You select the forgotten.
Let's try and Salah here. Doesn't really matter too much. Missed important message by me, did I? Yeah, very important. Maybe I don't have a brain though. Kek W.
See you around.
Either way, are these Beacons of Winter's Whale, or is this Beacon of Winter's Whale better or not? I mean, it might be better than the Thunderstruck of Frostbite, right? Because Thunderstruck of Frostbite has mostly... it has lightning and cold damage, right? Huh. It does convert physical to lightning and not to cold, though. And also it has only 6% attack speed. I mean, the new one has 0 attack speed, actually, right? But it has like 183% flat frostburn, which is a lot. And also plus 3 to not chill, which is also very, very good. +3 to absolute 0 is absolutely useless because absolute 0 is OFF, right? And I don't really want to play OFF right now. Maybe I should though. I don't know. Probably not. What do I need to craft the Shard of Burnout again? Shard of Burnout needs Oleron's blood, right? Oleron's blood. I have the blueprint mustache, I know that. But I need 12 Chthonian seeds and I have 4. So I need like 8 more, honestly. I mean, if you have like these two, right, you can just keep on using them. I will, however, try this one out instead of the one that I have here. I don't think it's gonna be that much better or worse. It should be like about the same actually, maybe. Maybe it's a little bit better though. Either way, let's try this out. This also has a proc, right? It has like a Winter's Wail proc, which is these like snowballs circling around you, right? Or like ice crystals, which is pretty cool actually, as you can see, right? And I mean they proc all the time anyway because of Nice Chill. Like +3 to Nice Chill is pretty good. I mean I lost +2 to Execution, right? Giving me like 23% instead of like what 24% chance to use it or something like that, right? If two rings have separate 10% RR, they won't stack, right? If it's the same ring, applying the same debuff, then it won't stack. If they're like two different rings, applying different debuffs, which both have -10% RR, they will stack. Beacon of Winter's Wail. Yo, Scatterbrain, how are you? What is that squish score face? What the heck? Oh shit. That looks like a scattered brain indeed. Like a very scattered brain. More like a squished brain. Yeah, I like this weapon. This proc is pretty cool actually. Even if it's not really a super good upgrade, it's just still pretty nice, right? So we kill this guy, or like we force him to kneel down and tell us all about his family, or his gang rather. And yeah. Don't miss the Skinner. Also don't die. I mean, don't make him kill his family and himself. Gotta dodge those rocks. Yeah, they're pretty monkans actually. Right, this is locked? Okay, whatever. From Dawn PvP god taking a look at the tournament monkans. We're all gonna lose. Unicorn rectors. Maybe I should like switch around my emotes, right? Wait, can you do unicorn score? How does that look? Ah, the horn is a little bit too small, right? Chilled Spectral Bludgeon of Frostbite. I mean, yeah, if you're playing TSS, you should probably use this one. Which you could as well on a Spellbreaker, right? But I'm not playing that, so we're gonna skip it. Also, there's this boss over here which has the Spellbreaker shield, But I mean, the Spellbreaker shield is kinda meh, because like, why would you play a Spellbreaker with their shield in the first place, right? Doesn't really make too much sense. And he didn't even drop anyway. Oh well, okay. Never mind then. Yellow SSF? You like yellow SSF more as well? Yeah, I think overall, I think streamers are like 50-50 on that issue, like on that topic. But I think most viewers, at least my viewers, are more in favor of yellow only, right? And I think overall, like, I mean, I'm kinda, I don't mind both, because like PvP is gonna be fun either way. But I would prefer yellow only a little bit more as well, because it will reduce any kind of issues that you can run into otherwise. Yeah, let's don't kill this guy because he does have a shop and also like some special tinctures I think he can sell you. He's gonna set up his shop in Homestead though, so you will have to wait until then. Potions are allowed in battle. I think like health pots should be fine to use. And energy pots, but no like royal jelly ointments, etc, etc, right? No like clusters. Otherwise it's just gonna be a clusterfuck, right? But I think normal potions should be fine. I mean, they have a pretty huge cooldown anyway, right? Like, you're probably not gonna use like more than 1 or 2 per fight anyway. And yeah, if you wanna sign up, just let me know, or just press the sign me up to PvP tournament Agden Bloom thingy, right? Channel points feature. But I mean, you guys still have some time to sign up if you don't know whether or not you already have time on that date or not, right? Correct build. Nice dude. Looking forward to it. I mean, the most fun thing about the tournament is gonna be like just to see which kind of like ideas people have or had to like use for a tournament. Because there are like so many ways that you can like approach that, right? So here at the Rocky Coast, right, you should always make sure to check out the beehive here, because I mean, bees give you pretty good experience. Like, they are very, very easy to kill, right? And there are like lots of bees in here. So why am I not using any bee? Oops. That's kind of a fail. Fumble, 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 are you kidding me? How much fumble does this guy have? And also these bee bosses here and the 2 beehives, the one here in the stirring hive and the other one in the swarming hive and the, like, close to the Twin Falls Rift, have new monster infrequents, right? So they might be useful for your build as well. They're not really good for Spellbreakers, but if you're like, say, playing another build, maybe they're good for that build, right? Only go white items. That will be too boring, right? Pet build, I mean, everything is allowed. Yeah, you could do like pet builds at level 20 as well. I know, I guess skeletons are pretty strong at that level actually. A Vengeful Wraith. I actually don't have that in my inventory, do I? No, not. Let's see if I can craft it.
Come see what's left of my wares.
This was the Runner Praxis thing, right? From the B boss I just killed.
See you around.
Well, you were Darius. We have to hit them hard and Darius. We have to hit them hard.
Alright, let's hit them hard and fast. Also, once I'm honored with Devil's Crossing, I wanna do Kasparov's last quest, because that is gonna be really nice for a Spellbreaker actually. Let's get some CC resistances here. Yeah, conversion is pretty good for all the CC resistances actually, like really good. Yeah, let's craft a Vengeful Wraith, right? Let's see which kind of blueprints do I have here. Vengeful Wraith. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I can craft it. Okay, nice. So let us craft a Vengeful Wraith, right? So this one needs 3 Aether Crystals, 3 Ectoplasm, and 3 Chilled Steel. I have this, I have that, and Chilled Steel should be easy to have anyway. Alright, seems good. Yo, Hank Attack, how are you? Welcome on, welcome on. You're gonna check who's stashing there? I mean, if you just play yellow only, it doesn't really matter too much if people stash, right? Like, what are you gonna do? Stash perfect yellows? Like, come on. And honestly, like, why would you stash, right? It's like a fun it's a fun tournament. I mean, the only thing you can lose is your dignity, right? When you JD stash. Like, the only thing that you can win when you GG stash is, like, I don't know, I mean, maybe you're winning in the tournament because of that, but I mean... people are gonna be Pog, this guy won.
See anything you like?
And they are gonna ask you for your build, and they're like... Wait, did you GG stash? Why do you have perfect items in every single slot? It might be some good drama, but other than that... I don't really see the benefit of stashing at all.
Put it to good use.
So, like, I'm not, like, too worried about, like, people stashing. To be honest. Just mirror his overhead slam, right? That way you can just face tank him all the time. Otherwise, this boss here that I just killed can be pretty scary, right? If he smashes you, you have, say, bad physical and bad stun rush. You get stun locked, you get hit a second time, you might actually die to that guy as well. He can hurt quite a bit. I'm just lucky. There is no dignity in war. I mean, that's true. But there is dignity and, like, friendly competitive tournaments, right? We're not doing war here, are we? I mean, maybe we are. Fun Blast here, welcome on, welcome on. Oh, these guys can also be scary if you're, like, not able to freeze them and just kill them in 2 seconds, right? You can always use, like, a preemptive mirror against these elites here as well, because the elites in the 4 hills on Kron's gang can be actually pretty scary on like higher difficulties. I wouldn't say they're scary like on normal, and on elite they are like so-so, but in ultimate they can get really scary actually. Especially when you have like low armor stuff, but I mean, Praetorian set is not really low armor at this stage. So we're fine, right? Should be fine. All participants must send in their grimtools links before battle. And they will be checked by the anti-GG stash cheat bot, alright. Wait, another Venomancer? Didn't I get this like the 3rd time already on this character? What the heck is wrong with us? RNG, dude. 3 Venomancers, Raymonds on like... I don't know, like in the last 20 levels, right? I think I got my first one as like a quest reward from Inquisitor Creed and normal on Act 4. And now this. What is this? So against Darius Chrono, right? Once he puts up his bubble, you can just use Nullification now. And, well, get rid of his bubble. And then, like, just use Mirror in the end, and you just kill him, right? I got a Arcanum Frigus, which is a cold weapon, but it's a cold ranged weapon, right? Could I be a caster in the endgame on this character? Probably not. Nah, like, the idea is to be a dual wield Spellbreaker. Like dual wield and a Spellbreaker. That's pretty much the idea. I know you like casters more, but I don't like Spellbreaker casts that much, to be honest. And they're fine, they're not bad, but I think Spellbreaker is like so much better for melee actually than for caster. Blade has one playstyle. What do you mean? You can focus around execution or Shadow Strike. And also Blade Spirits, and also if it doesn't blades, right? So come on, it has like 4 playstyles at least. And also like two-handed or dual wield. Right. So it's at least like 5 playstyles. But yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. Like most of them are pretty similar, except for like Blade Spirit Caster or what's the other thing called? Phantasmal Blades Caster. Yeah, not the rain on. Alright, 2 of these scammers. Oh. Speed scammers. Shadow Strike still auto attacks. And yeah, in between. It's like saying a Blitz build auto attacks, right? It's still a Blitz build. It's like way more bursty, like than high attack speed default attackers. Right? I would say there's a different playstyle. You could also like just use Shadow Strike, move out, Shadow Strike, move out, Shadow Strike, move out, right? I mean, that's not really how most people play, but you could do it with a Shadow Strike build, right? Especially when you focus a lot around Nightfall on top. Like Shadow Strike, ABB, Ring of Steel, move out. Shadow Strike, ABB, Ring of Steel, move out. Every time you pick up it, you have to dual wield. I mean, yeah, the dual blades line is really good. Like, Nightblade is heavily focused around dual wielding. Definitely. Unless, as I said, you play like a PB custom. Cinder Scorn. That's like the Judgment Wire Smite about a weapon, right? That'd be pretty good for Oathkeepers, but it's pretty trash for Nightblades, right? Also, I should probably just go back and sell. Let's do that.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left. Put it to good use.
Oops. Arcana Weave Cord. It's actually a pretty good belt as well, right? This one is really good. If you're playing a Inquisitor or Shaman, which we are not. But other than that, it's a really good belt actually. Also we got Martin's Crest for the Winter Storm, about Lightning Calastor, which we're obviously also not gonna play around. This one is for Stunjacks and Aegiloth Inquisitor stuff, right? Which we are also not gonna play around in this character. And also we have some like Troll Bone Crushers, right? These are actually good to keep, because you need them to craft a certain relic that you might need for other crafting, so yeah, you should actually like keep these Bone Crushers and not sell them.
Put it to good use.
So let's pick up this assignment here. I mean, another shrine, another shrine. We have actually 4 shrines. What the hell am I doing? Yeah, we need to put some points somewhere, right? So, for example, I have actually only 2 left. I have like 53 out of 55 already. So we're gonna have 6 points. 6 points at this stage means... What does it mean? So we can retrieve 1 here. 7. So for Dying God I would need 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. That would actually be pretty decent, right? Like away and DA would be pretty good that way. I don't need the Vitality and Chaos Thrust, but I mean Vitality and Chaos damage. But this is still like 20 away here, 20 away here, 3% away Spirit, away DA and 15 Chaos Thrust. Like this node, this 4th node is like pretty crazy still for like all kinds of builds, right? So we could go for that. Or... what else? Yeah, like try to get Elemental Storm instead of Remnants or something like that, right? But I think for now we're just gonna take the easy route, right? Let's just take Satyr's God actually, and then retrieve these 2 points, and then like start putting points in Dying God once we have some more devotion points here, right? I don't really need more Chaos Thrust then, but it would be nice to have, I guess, for ultimate difficulty already. But until then... My 3rd favorite streamer. Hey Arcane, how are you, man? Welcome. Is your favorite streamer Sorok as well? Because he streams so much. Here in the University we again have the quest to kill the 3 guys here, like Nomos Dread and the other 2, Lotus Vagra and Rowena Kur. So we're gonna do that here. So I was gonna search for the lower node quest that we also have here. Shield of Celerity. That's actually not good on a build, like on an item like that, right? Oh, never mind, it's yeah, it's an axe, yeah, it's like the celerity part is casting speed and not attack speed, so that kinda sucks. Of celery. Violent enough became your first, like your favorite one. We said he's gonna start streaming. Did he actually stream though? Like he didn't so far, right? Like, did he get a new setup though? I don't know, kick W. Finally, there's an ancient lantern with a forgotten passage. 2 out of 3. Oh wait, we already have one? Oh, never mind then. I mean, yeah, that's actually easy to complete this one. There we go. Another level, Pog. So we're still rushing for a star pack, right? Metal Electricity, well, we don't really need less skill energy cost, we don't really need casting speed, we don't need the energy, so let's just skip it. DB Karen 18, welcome, welcome, thanks for the follow. Welcome. Lotus Vagra. Oh, that's gonna die pretty quickly actually. Okay. Lotus Viagra. So that hasn't fixed their YMCA? No, they didn't. At least I don't know of any news regarding that, so I have no idea. So yeah, still no YMCA because of the MCA, right? He dropped Venomancer as well. I don't know, maybe it's like a super common item or something. Shouldn't even be a legendary at that point. I always thought it's kind of confusing, like when I was starting out with this game the first time. Like some legendary items seem to be like more rare than, or rarer, right? Than like some legendary items, right? Like some blue items seem to be rarer than legendary items. And I don't know. That's kind of weird, like, at least for me. Through Grizz Buzz, welcome on, welcome on. That works. Nice, dude, that's actually crazy, yeah. How would I play Aether Prime Strike, Druid or Ritualist maybe? It's a good question. The thing is, if you go Druid, you have like 0 Aether RR, right? So probably Ritualist should be better. Oh, and you could also think about a Vindicator, but the thing is about Vindicator is that... Yeah, like you don't have any skill bonuses from the weapon, right? And you also have no... like Aether % damage done. No, it should be either Ritualist or Druid, as you say, but like Druid should have like less damage probably due to like no resistance reduction. Oh wait, he was fisting me? What the heck? Fist of the Blind Assassin. That's a really good item if you're playing like a Infiltrator, right? Like the set, like the complete set is pretty good actually for Infiltrators. Really, really good. There's also the fire twin range weapon with the piercing, but that makes no sense for Palm Strike. Yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah, you wanna use the Aether Palm Strike amulet, right? The conduit, and then use that weapon. The soul, whatever it's called again. For Vortex of Souls, yeah, exactly.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
I don't need any upgrades, to be honest, for items.
See you
I don't need any at all. I just need to craft a cold stone here.
do the best I can with what I've got.
Which needs 4 of this and 4 of that. I have this, I have the other one anyway. Seems good. Let's talk to this guy actually, meanwhile. Also we are on with Devil's Crossing. Yeah, I should definitely... On the next Rift Gate I'm gonna go back into Devil's Crossing and do Kasparov's quest here.
Come, friend, right to bit.
We haven't done this on normal because it is a faction gated, like a reputation gated quest line actually. His Aether Wind Devil offhand for RR. But what do you use like a main hand weapon then for Promise Strike? You have to use... I mean, obviously you're joking, but... I've been thinking about what you do if... I mean, what if you use the Aether RR Wind Devil and then use like a Storm Rend, right? But like, why would you play Aether Promise Strike with Storm Rend anyway, right? It makes no sense. It just doesn't make any sense. Never mind me, just Pega. Undone meme. I said I'm gonna go to the next rift gate, but actually let me just go all the way to Smaragd's Pass, because when we have basically finished Act 2, and that's like a better spot to do it at, I guess. Question mark. You gotta still max these out, like this is annoying me too much. Like these are not 80% right now. I'm taking like what is this, 15% extra poison damage right now. Yeah, like 10% extra pierce damage for no reason. Yo Fibo, how are you? Welcome on, welcome on. Wait, who said that? Oh, imbued silver. I need to craft it first, right? I was kinda cheating here. Let me craft it. At least. Now.
I do the best I can with what I've got.
There we
Go
go.
on now.
So, we have 2 more points we can take out from the Spirit Guide, right? We have these 2, as I said earlier, to retrieve. And now with these 2, we're gonna have 4 points, which we can put on the Dying God. 20 OA, 20 OA, 35 Spirit, 3% OA, 45 OA, 25 DA, and 15 Chaos Runs. That's gonna be pretty good, especially for OA, as you can see. I mean, yeah, that's good, yeah. Some vanilla Grim Dawn YouTuber. Wow, that's like probably a long time ago, so yeah, whatever. Too many subs here, I'm out. If you're actually leaving, then see you around and take care. I'm not sure if you're actually leaving or just trolling. How's the build working so far? It's cruising, I would say. It's cruising at high speed, actually. Too lazy to leave? Alright. Mage Hunter, Sork, Necro plus X are the only Aether classes. Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, what about the fighter? I mean, yeah, the fighter is Necro plus X, I'm retarded. Yeah, you're right, just, yeah, Sork, Mage Hunter. What about, like, Clairvoyant Warlock? There's not, like, technically an Aether build as well that can work. Or, like, Aether Spin to Win, Oppressor, or Templar. I mean, yeah. They're kind of meme builds, though. Clairvoyant Warlock is not that terrible, actually. But I mean, it got nerfed again, right? Because of AR nerfs, so... Yeah, it's... AR in 2020, more like AR in 1.1.7.1. And it was pretty good. Until like this patch. I don't know like how hard it actually got nerfed. But like looking at all the nerfs on paper, it got nerfed a lot actually. It's good before they start attacking, right? These trees can have pretty monk-ass melee damage. Well, maybe not. They're just dead. Yeah, that's true, that's true. And I mean, Chaos AR does work for Warlock. Not that well, but it does work. Like, it's better for Mage Hunters usually. But yeah, like other Warlock builds are way better, right? Yeah, just dodge it, right? Just get hit. Just kill him. Okay, seems good. Yeah, Aether Reach hurts the most because like literally every single Aether AR, like I mean any single Ray build, doesn't matter which damage type was using that weapon, right? I mean that offhand rather. Like my War Omega lol lock. I think it would have been fine if they like nerfing Aether Reach was probably fine if they would like increase the base values of Aether Ray maybe a little bit, right? Or if they gave Aether Reach like percent all damage instead of percent Aether damage, right?
Yes, at once. Oh, of course.
Either way, this guy's Kasparov, right? And he has first this Dynamite quest and he has another quest.
A man named Oswald Hargate created the first slith.
This one here, the Hargate's Isle
It was all a
quest.
huge mistake, and the man paid for it with a lifetime in prison. But
And
what's
nerfed AR again, yeah they did actually.
You see,
Like in the last
Hargate
hotfix
harnessed
got
the
nerfed.
Aether in order to perform
Also
his
gaming that
mutagenic
too, Pokemon.
experiment. If I could get my hands on his notes, perhaps I could use his knowledge of the Aether to reverse some of the damage the Ethereals have caused to the local flora and fauna. I've been searching for Hargate's lab for years, bribed the right people, even visited some prisons, and I believe I know where it is hidden. I was in Berwick putting together an expedition when everything
Dude,
turned
how long is
sour.
this text? I skipped
Now
so
I'm
much.
here, and the discovery is more important than ever. I'd send Darlet, but after her performance in Berwick, I'm reluctant to give her more than a rag to wipe the shelves. Will you be my liaison? I have a rowboat in Lower Crossing, just past the bridge out of the prison. If you take it northwest, you should find Hargate's Isle, and underneath it, his lab.
Dude, sometimes Grim Dawn actually surprises and impresses me at the same time. Like, this quest line has a huge, like, voiceover actually, right? Compared to other things in this game. I mean, that's pretty great. Like, it would be nice for like every single quest to be like that.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
Either way, Gaming Dad was asking, what would you recommend for sword and board leveling? For sword and board leveling, I would probably recommend an Oathkeeper, because sword and board Oathkeepers have usually more damage than sword and board soldiers, unless you want to level with Blitz. Like, Blitz is also pretty good. I would say either Blitz soldiers, or like Virus Might / Eggs of Menhir Oathkeepers, right? And like as a secondary class, I mean, you could just combine the two, right? You can just combine Soldier and Oathkeeper and make a Warlord. That's like probably the most straightforward thing to do. Other than that, you can choose to use whatever class works well with an Oathkeeper, so yeah, like a Soldier. You could make a Sentinel, like a Occultist secondary, that works pretty well actually for sword and board. Sentinel as well. You could do a Devolutionist, you could do a Inquisitor secondary for Oathkeeper, and for Soldier, yeah, again here you could also use a Occultist secondary or a Necromancer secondary actually as well. It's pretty good as well. What works well with Oathkeepers, everything? I mean, yeah, pretty much. I would not like do a Nightblade for shields though, because Nightblades with shields are just like so much wasted potential, because Nightblades doesn't give you anything for shields, and Nightblades have like so many like huge bonuses for dual wielding. Like, it's kind of fine to do two-handed with Nightblades, but like, I don't know. Usually you wanna like get all the dual wield bonuses, right? And if you're using a shield, then obviously you cannot do that. But yeah, Occultist is like a solid support mastery for both of them, or as I said, like just combine the two, right? Just do like a Soldier plus Oathkeeper Warlord. That's very, very solid for like all kinds of sword and board playstyles. The Marassa shivers? I mean... yeah. That's like probably one of the best Shield Knight's Blades you can actually do, even though it's pretty trash. Nah, it's probably just not even that great. I don't know, like which like shield blades can I do? Oh wait, we missed a totem, whoops. We shouldn't miss totems. Just make sure to find these totems on this area. Not inside the pause on the ground, because the pause on the ground here is actually ground effects. So kind of like aether floor damage. Like you cannot resist against that type of damage, so... Yeah, the ground damage will always deal like a certain percent of your maximum HP, so... No matter how tank you are, it will always hurt you. A lot. So you should not stand inside that while fighting. The bleed shield is good. Oh yeah, you can do PB Reaper or like PB, yeah, like PB builds, like some Vitality PB builds I think can use a shield on it, and also the Bleeding PB Reap Spirit. No, what is it called? Like Blade Spirit actually. Blade Spirit shield is pretty decent as well. Right? Yeah, like some caster Nightblades can make use of shields actually. True. Anyway, this boss here, Elena, has an amulet that I would like to get here. Hopefully we're gonna get it until... I mean, if you're not gonna get it... if you're not gonna get it here... Pardon my English, which we didn't, then we're gonna have to kill her again, because she has a very nice amulet for Spellbreakers. And I do wanna get one of those. Yeah, Bloodsend, Melting Heart's hood, and then like Krieg's shield after that. Like if you're lucky enough to get Melting Heart's hood and Krieg's shield on the first run, then like Blood Leveling is super smooth, right? I mean, if you don't get it on the first run, you can always like restart the game, like I'm gonna do here with Elena, to refarm those amounts. I would like to make a retail warlord, just trying to figure out how to level it. Force Wave isn't fun at all to me. Yeah, try Blitz for example, like Blitz should be good. Try Aegis of Menhir, try Wire Smite. Yeah, like retaliation leveling is just cancer, right? It's just super slow, you shouldn't do it. What did I miss here? This one, right? There we go. No? This one? No? This one? Oh, there we go. That's a Hontomo too. Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome to the stream. Undying Oath. Which kind of weapon is that? Or shield rather. Oh, that's a medal. Oh, that's actually a good medal. It's actually a really good medal for cold Nightblades, right? That's actually lucky. I should maybe use this. Like, look at this one. It has +2 pneumatic bursts, solo well, cold rust, aether rust, half percent cold, also flat cold. The flat cold is like the most important thing here actually. The solo well is kind of whatever, but it's also only like 33% chance on crit. Like, that's a pretty bad activation chance, I would say. On the other hand, things like your Blade Spirits and also Night's Chill are like proccing all the time, so you might crit for those pretty regularly, right? And the snowflakes around my char right now are from the Beacon of Winter's Veil. So this is a legendary one-handed level 58 mace that I'm using here. And this Winter's Veil proc 15% chance on attack, 1 second recharge is basically those snowflakes. Yeah. Winter spray. I should just rush through all of this, to be honest. Like, I don't need to do this for levels. Even though the density is not too bad in this area. Like, you could also, like, clear some stuff here. Right, just for some experience. That's not the worst idea, actually. But yeah, definitely don't skip the totems. Try to not die to ground effects while doing these totems though. Because you get pretty decent experience from all the mobs that you kill here. And also you get items, which are, well, iron butts to sell, right? So I'm so full again, what the heck? What is this? Oh, I didn't give him back his formula. Maybe I should have done that. And I would have more space at least. Nice. Yeah, whatever. I don't need those items anyway. I'm just here to farm the necklace from Elena. And we didn't get it again. Okay, let's reset. Tetris stream. Do an American accent direct. I'm not sure if I'm like good at impersonating other accents. Other accents? Do an American accent? What? No, I can't do it. Can I? Kekona. I mean, just say Kekona at the end of every sentence, right? Also, Bounty Hunter's hat is actually decent as well. This is a pretty decent helmet. Especially when you're playing Infiltrator. This is really good, actually. American accent. Yeah, don't sell these, right? Don't sell this either. We can sell this, we already know it. Let's put this stuff into stash very quickly on. Gonna put the blueprints into stash here. Also, welcome in, Mr. Engineer. How are you? How are you? Why does still have a Manticore pausing land? No clue. Also, am I not still missing like a bag here? Wait, don't you have like 5 bags usually? Am I still missing a bag?
Do you have some good?
Yeah, there you go, take your formula. It also gives me the Juggernaut relic. Interesting. Monka W. Wait, what's Monka W? It's not like Monka S, but like zoomed in. I see, I see. Really? No drops? What is this? I mean, her amulet is really worth it though. You should definitely take the time to farm at least any amulet from her. Any toast eaters in chat? Wow. Why'd you kill cyclones? Hang on. How would you kill cyclones? Or rather, like, how would you kill cyclones? I mean, with a gun, of course, right? Okay, go on. I mean, yeah, but like, can't you kill everything with a gun? Even cyclones? Silence from BSG? Wait, what is that? Oh, that's where we're getting these poison guns from these Manticore heroes now. Interesting. Hey Fordham, welcome on. Welcome, welcome. Battlestar Galactica? Oh. I have no clue, I've never played that game. Wait, what does that have to do with toast eaters? Hey, it drops from the chest down under. 5 head. Maybe it does, right? But I don't think so, no. Unless they changed it. I'm pretty sure it always dropped from her directly, right? Maybe not though, I'm gonna check this run, yeah. Like Craval. Maybe. Oh, they're called Toastless in BSG. I see. Oh. I mean, yeah, I understand it now. But yeah, I've never seen it, so I'm not really like a. Wait, is it a game? Is it a series? I have no idea, dude. Like sometimes I live under a rock when it comes to like stuff that is not Grim Dawn related, I guess. Oh, totem. Dude. Oh yeah, I still am taking a little bit more extra damage from poison damage, right? Because I have only 77%. So next build you do is also Blade. Oh, you mean Nightblade? Yeah, the movement ability is pretty nuts, yeah. I'm not sure if the next build is gonna be another Nightblade though, after this one. It might just as well be a Warlock, right? Like a Warlock caster. You can vote for the build right now here. Wait, how do you aim your Shadow Strike with the controller though? There we go. Interrogators of Celerity. That's, I mean, I don't know, what does Interrogators do? What does that do? Interrogators has... I have no clue. Okay, let me check this one out actually. This might be like one thing I would have to check out. I don't know this prefix actually. So much for Mr. Rainbow Filter, right? So, interrogators is elemental damage, Aetheress, and CDR. I mean, that's not bad actually. Yeah, CDR is good. I mean, Aetheress is good. And we rolled Steel Resolve, which is not the greatest, but I mean, I think all of these roll Inquisitor stuff anyway, right? Yeah, so just like whatever. It's fine. We need level 70 for this though. It's like gonna be quite a while. But yeah, it's good. It's good enough. Like, of Celerity is basically of nothing. It's like an Interrogator's prefix of nothing because of Celerity is like, what, casting speed 8% only? That's as useless as it can get, right? Is it worth it to break up the Praetorian set for a Bounty Hunter's hat? I kinda doubt it, to be honest. Well, I can't because of resistance to it right now, right? So we should keep it though. Should definitely keep it. Keep it. Caster pivot.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
Yeah, keep it, that's alright. Let's sell it. Can sell this one. We can sell... Oh, that's fine. What about this one? What is this? Life Bloom Band. The Bloom Band? Wait, that has health regen.
Give you a good price on what I've got left.
Would that be good for health regen builds? I'm not sure. Either way, Undying Oath, right? Undying Oath instead of this one. Well, not even fuck up my resistance's normal movement speed right now. This one gives me what? Elemental and bleeding rest, right? This will give me cold rest. Oh yeah, my fire rest is gonna be terrible, right? Yeah. As we lost the bleed. I should still be better on it though, right? What's my deep say here? Yeah, that's better. For sure. That is better. Also, I should craft a silk swatch, right?
Scrap metal.
By now. Instead of this that I have in here. Use a silk swatch there. Use... What do we use on the metal though? We could use like a dread skull until later because it has total speed, or just use a... I think the jawbone is actually better if you don't need like the movement speed on this round. Because this one at least has cunning on top. If you like playing like Pierce or Vitality, I don't know, Dread Skull needs a buff, like this one is trash. I mean, it's pretty bad at least, right? It's really, really bad compared to some others. And craft another emblem of Drees Vector. We have another enriched essence. I mean, yeah, we have that. We have the polished emerald as well. Seems good. Let's craft this. Let's put this over here. Let's use like a jawbone for now, I guess, because I don't really need anything else, do I? I mean, I could also like put a Aether Soul here, right, to like fix Aether already for ultimate, but that might be a little bit too early to do that. Let's just do it anyway. And we have the silk swatch, right? We have the Elena's necklace for later. Let's buy like one thing here to put some actually usable items over there. And the other trashy items, let's put these here. Right, we're not gonna use these actually, are we? Probably not. Yeah, okay, whatever. Put this here as well. Put the good ones down there. Okay, so what do we do? Could just blow up these items, right? I'm not gonna need them. Either way. We wanna use the silk swatch here instead of that, right? To fix the pierce rest at least. I still have to fix poison rest a little bit. But the thing is, I have access to some augments now actually, right? Because I have been honored with the Coven. Wait, Coven is one? No. Where is it? Homestead as well actually. Also Comet's chosen. Wait, I'm honored with so many people now. Where's Devil's Crossing though? There we go. Devil's Crossing is honored as well, which means you're now, well, honored, so you can go to the faction vendor and get honored augments. In this case, I'm still looking for something that gives me... Also, yeah, once you're honored, you should buy these reds. These give you like 50% more bonus reputation, so will make it easier for you to reach revered status as well. And yeah, right now I don't need anything on this, right? This one at least gives me away. I guess we're using this one. Everything else is useless. Hey Odibe, welcome on. Grimtools experts, use the transmitter skill on Aether Ray or no? That totally depends on like what you wanna play and your gear and what you wanna yeah, like which damage type you wanna deal basically. If you're using the transmitter, you're basically playing a different build. So like it depends like which gear you have, which damage type you wanna play. That's like a question you cannot answer like that in a generic way, to be honest. Yo, Ground Zero, how you? Welcome on, welcome on. Will I restore the Shrine of McDragon though? I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that actually. I should do it now. Let's give her the tax as well though. And there's one other quest I haven't done yet, right? There's one quest over here at the harbor. And you can just go here and complete the quest without having to give this guy any scrap or killing him. If you go here after killing Darius Cronley, right? Yo, Skipper, how you, man? Welcome, welcome. Also, this quest here gives you another attribute point, so that is pretty good. And let's continue on to with Act 3 here. Right? This is gonna be the start of Act 3 here.
Well, if I haven't... My sources are quite good. I came upon...
So here in the Mountain Deeps, there's again another shrine, which you should always take, even if you already have 55 devotion points, right? Because, yeah, it doesn't need any investment, except for like taking some time to kill some enemies. But I mean, that also gives you experience, so that's always good enough. And also next to that shrine, we have a spawn location for the Dahlia quest. And yeah, she actually is here. There she is, rest in peace. Yeah, we still don't have the best poison restaurant. Still taking like 13% extra damage from poison. That's not really good. I mean, hopefully at Homestead, once I can talk to the Homestead faction vendor as well as the Count's Chosen faction vendor, I'm gonna get like one augment that has some poison rest on it and use that then. Should be an easy fix, right? Okay, Kurono-san, welcome on, welcome on. A man's game mode? Yeah, exactly. Go hard or go home. Or eat some rocks. I'm sorry, Grant. Any broken build for this patch, like a Sentinel Witchblade on the last one? I'm not sure, like everything got buffed like a little bit, right? But nothing in particular seemed to like stand out like crazy. Which was there like any borderline viable set that got buffed? Like borderline OP set that got buffed? I don't think so. I mean, maybe you can make some like OP builds with the new items, but I'm not sure about that. Some people still go soft and get to stay the night.
These... Come see what's left of my wares.
Stay the night doing what? That's the question, right? Weight of Warden Bound. This one has attack speed, but yeah, it's more for Aether stuff, right? Anyway, there are like, okay, this faction vendor is not here yet, but there is a Black Legion faction vendor, right? Which you are not on yet with, so that one is not gonna be too interesting. But the one from Homestead is on already, so this one from Homestead has stuff for weapons, right? Fire and Chaos Rush, like fire damage and Chaos Rush, physical damage and armor, Pierce Rush and Stun Rush. There's no poison rust here, is there? So what do we want even then? I guess the stun rust, right? The herpaderp chitin, right? Herpaderp chitin. Oh, yeah, we should maybe get Algrim as well.
So,
New Breath on am I? For
So
someone like
how it
Blitz. It's an amulet, right? I mean, yeah, stuff like overall you can say that like weapon pool skills got buffed, right? And because of that, Nightblades in general got buffed a bit
I
on the
wasn't
patch.
sure. I wish I'm going to.
There's some specific Nightblades that got nerfed again though in the last hotfix, such as Bergothian, right? Bergothian got nerfed a bit. And but something like Deathmarked, for example, should be definitely better than before, right? Deathmarked with maybe like Elena's necklace on top, or also just like yeah, like any generic code Nightblade using Chillstraws, for example, or sort of Markadar Reapers. Should be definitely better than before. I'm not sure like broken good, but you can get like double cold damage, like cold percent damage Chillstraws pretty easily now. I mean, not easily, super easily, because the drop chances for the Chillstraws themselves are still like not that good, right? It's definitely easier to get like a good Markadar weapon. Cadence and abilities that have a chance to proc off basic attacks work well together. I mean, Cadence doesn't work as well together with weapon pool skills, which are basically skills that have a proc of default attacks to proc, right? Or like basic attacks. They don't have, like, Cadence is not as good with those as like other default attack replacers are, such as, say, Savagery or Righteous Fervor, or even Baranoth's Fury from the, like the Shadow of Baranoth amulet, right? Not amulet, component, sorry. Because the third hit of Cadence will always override the weapon pool skill. So you cannot proc a weapon pool skill on your third hit when you're using Cadence. But you can still use, like you can still proc weapon pool skills on the first and second hit. And I think some of them, especially when you're dual wielding, count as like 2 attacks, so like sometimes you can like try to abuse that in a way that you are able to like hit Cadence on every second hit instead of every third hit. I'm not quite sure how that works, to be honest, but I've been reading or like I've seen some players say that it does work. Not like super consistently, but it does work apparently. I play Infiltrator Ultimate. Is there a place to farm the new green weapons, or is it random drops? The new green weapons are monster frequents. Monster frequents, like new ones and also the old ones, mean that they drop from specific monsters infrequently, meaning that they will only drop from specific monsters. So you can, for example, go to grimtools.com, check out like search for the item that you want to farm, right? And then it will tell you dropped from, and you click on those items, I mean those enemies, and then the monster database will open, and then that monster database will show you where those specific mobs can spawn, right? And then you go there and you kill those specific mobs, or like 1 or 2 bosses only. Also, if you want to see like the spawn locations or like the farm locations for all the new monster frequents, you can also check out my YouTube video. I have a video on YouTube about that as well, like showing off all the farm locations and stats of all the new monster frequents. I think it should be over here if you write !patch as well. Yeah, like the first video actually, the all new MI video, the very first one. Here you can check it out. That's only for the new mods though. I mean, the game has so many mods and frequents. So yeah, like, depending on which one exactly you want to farm, you should probably check out grimtools as well and search for the item and then like search for the boss that you need to, for like the mobs that you have to kill on the grimtools map as well. And yeah, you're welcome. Am I gonna kill the avatar of Mogdrogan on this character at some point? Probably, yeah. And not anytime soon, because you need to be at least decently geared to be able to kill Mogdrogan, right? I mean, my Templar shows 10k DPS, but it's shit. Surprise, that's the other way around for the Saboteur. The Saboteur? I mean, it's a Spellbreaker. I mean, DPS per second here only shows you the DPS of your left mouse button, right? If I put weapon attack here, it already has 9k, right? And now if I put on Kinetic Burst, it's already 10k. Now if I proc Emerald's Blade Burst, right, it's actually 17.5k. So yeah, my default attacks have 17.5k DPS basically in combat. And not like 1.8 to 3k that you see usually here. DPS per second? Oh yeah. Oops. Any updates on the Twitch GMCA situation? Not anything I have heard of at least. I mean, maybe there are updates, but I don't know. I did not have the time to check it out yesterday or on Thursday. I was kind of busy. Terrax's Tome lost like 20% CDR on Devastation. Wait, really? Mockouts. I might have to use another... Okay, but on the other hand, my Warlock had like a weird... Like, he had Perma Devastation, right? After 1.1.7. So with that nerf, he might be back to where he was before, kinda. But that also makes Ternox's Tome kinda useless now, right? I should probably use something else then. SMH my head, yeah, I know that. SMH my head at DPS per second. Okay. Oh, it was just reverted. Okay, I see. They gave it reduced cost? Dude, that's so useless for me. Like the conduit, right, that converts, what is that, fire to cold to devastation, has a 100% energy cost reduction modifier on it as well anyway. So it's like, it literally costs 0 anyway. Oh well. Yo, Dave Armor, how are you? Welcome on, welcome on. Yeah, reduced cost is such a meme, especially on Arcanist stuff, right? Like you can just use mental accuracy for that anyway. At least like on cooldown abilities, right? If you are using sorry, if you are using, for example, Aether Ray, then reduced cost does actually make sense, right? But pretty much anything else, it doesn't really make too much sense, to be honest. Also about the DPS, right? Weapon pool skills, such as for example execution, warding death, etc., are not calculated in the DPS meter as well. So like the damage that I get from these procs on top will not be shown here at all either. Even if I put this on it, it will not shown here. It will not taken into account whatsoever. So yeah, DPS can be very deceiving in this game. Playing Arcanist, planning on going for AR Mage Hunter. Should I choose Common or Vigil? I'm not sure. Does it actually matter for AR? I don't know actually. I think for AR it doesn't matter. You can choose whatever you would like to. Go Aldor? Wait, who's Aldor? Who? You've never had any character where it would matter in the endgame? I've had quite a bit of them. Like, quite some. Because like, comments, augments are pretty good sometimes. Like, Vigil's augments aren't really that great. But comments augments can be pretty good. Also, for example, on a Nightblade like this, on a Code Nightblade, I would always side with comments, because if you side with comments, you can kill Marketer, right? If you side with Vigil, I would not have been able to like get any of these Marketer weapons. So yeah, on a Nightblade like this, I would definitely go with comments, because like of the Marketer farm, right? Commons are pigs. I mean, who isn't in this game, right? Who isn't? I mean, I agree that like, if you had to divide the two into like the good and the bad, then I would say that like Kami are rather the bad and Vigil are rather the good. But both of them are terrible, to be honest. I mean, everybody in Grim Dawn is terrible, to be honest. Stage 2 can be a little bit scary sometimes, because the rocks that she drops from this, from her ceiling can hurt quite a bit if they hit you, but if you just kill her before she can even hit you with those, then she's pretty easy actually. Pigs are clean, especially to eat. Yeah, very clean indeed. Cup. Barrel home folks too, damn cannonballs. I mean, yeah, lore wise, they are pretty bad. And you should probably kill them. But like gameplay wise, they have such good augments that you should never kill them actually. Also, if you kill them, you cannot fight Ravager, right? So that's like another reason why to side with them and not kill them. But if you kill them, they have a nemesis? I mean, yeah, but that nemesis is a mega lol anyway. Or rather, like, I mean, his items are good. But like, when was the last time you actually farmed nemesis in the main campaign, right? You just don't do that. Like, if you wanna farm nemesis, you just do SR or Crucible, right? And I guess with those latest patch, you could also farm them in the main campaign because they have like one guaranteed rare effects now on their pants or like whatever they drop. So like Nemesis farming in the main campaign should be a little bit better now. But like overall it's still very time inefficient and only really worth it if you are like too weak to do SR or Crucible. By the way, did they buff the size of this? This one looks bigger than before, right? It also dies faster. At least in this character. Amalgamation. I think they actually increased the size on this. A little bit. I mean, yeah, you can also do something like Feeble God suggested, that's true. You can like befriend them on one difficulty, get all their augments, kill Ravager on top, and then like kill them on the next difficulty, for example. Or like the other way around, right? I don't need any of these herpaderp swords, right? If anything, I need like better boots and better pants, maybe a better belt as well, but none of the green items are gonna be better than what I have here, right? Definitely not. Maybe some boots like these and those. No. No. Nope. Mighty of Reptilian Resilience. They still have less poisonous than what I have on mine right now. So, no. No, 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 no.
There was mud ice my scouts had.
There are two up.
Alright, let's choose Commons Chosen here again. Just like last time, so we can kill Marketer later. So, Fabric of Reality is probably something you wanna like put 1 or 2 points. Or like at least 1 point later if you have like bonuses for this, but we don't really have bonuses for this, so we're gonna skip it for now. Maybe put like some points in the conversion though. I mean, I have like good stamina actually for my augments actually. It's fine. It's fine like this. I mean, you can always change on each difficulty. I should have bought the merit though, right? I'm also honored with the rovers. I should also buy the rover honor, rover writ, right? Let's buy the rover writ real quick here.
See what's left of my wares.
There we go. Fuck Ravager. I mean, that's also a good point. Like, your first character might not necessarily be, like, ever strong enough to kill Celestials, right? So in the first character, it might not matter too much. Depends, I guess. Yo, Mr. Gandhi, welcome on. Good morning to you. Did you see how Nathaniel first wanted to attack the cultist, but not me. That was interesting. Can't remember what name my first character was. My very first character in Grim Dawn was a pyromancer. And he was called Kappa Klaus. Oh, that was his name. Because I bought Grim Dawn like shortly before Christmas. 2016, I believe. Mayo my ass off. Lolling out loud. Yeah. How's this character? I mean, that's a solo self hound, right? In this case. But yeah, even for solo self hound, I think Spellbreaker is very solid. It's still a Nightblade, so it might not be. I mean, it's pretty fast paced, right? If you're like looking for a fast paced character that requires you to like, be on top of your reaction timings, right? This one is for you. And there's a Silver Sentinel Shoulder Guard. That is not the mythical one, but still a Silver Sentinel Shoulder Guard, right? So once you find 3 of these, we're definitely gonna use those. If we don't, then we won't. Sorry. What? You tricked me? Or could you? So why are you struggling on your character? What are you playing, Gandhi? Can't use things you don't have. I mean, yeah, but just find things you need and don't use things you don't have. So you're in the Blood Grove. Since I'm sided with Khan's Chosen, you actually don't have to talk to Brother Eluvius, and you can, to like properly know what you have to do here. But if you already know what to do here, such as collecting the 5 insignias, and the finding the farmers as well, I can give you a hint that like for Khan's Chosen, you need to also kill Bolvar in this area, and also find 5 Chthonian seals, right? You don't have to find the 5 Chthonian seals like over here, you can find them anywhere, wherever you will find these cultists, right? So once you have killed Bolvar here, we're just gonna move on actually. And also the farmers as well, actually. Okay, some more Black Legion insignias, why not? I mean, I already have 5, but I guess. Okay, Bolvar, where are you, Bolvar? And also there's this Chthonian Rift, right? Which you can also enter if you don't want to do the quest for the Mogdrogan Shrine, right? Which I actually have here, right? I actually have the quest there. So, where the fuck is Bolvar though? Bolvar? Hello? Bolvar? Where are you? And it's probably next to the Chaos Rift. Both of them are probably in here. Now it's an Occultist Demolitionist going for Venom Blade. No, he does not play, going for Venom Blade. Okay. Wait, where the fuck's Bolvar? Hello? So, Witch Hunter? And what are you, like, struggling with exactly? Like survivability or something else? And Witch Hunters can be pretty squishy, yeah. Witch Hunters have like one strong defense though. They have good physical resistance. So you should like try to max dual blades and aspect of the Guardian to double dip on that strength that they have. Right? Damage is low because I'm main classing Occultist. Wait, what is your damage ability then? Do you even have one? Is it Dreeg's Evil Eye? And Dreeg's Evil Eye, Witch Hunter shouldn't be too bad, right? Dreeg's Evil Eye and Pox. Okay. That's like the caster variant, right? Where's the Chthonian Rift, by the way? I have not found it yet, actually, right? It could be over here as well, somewhere, maybe. This corner. Well, maybe I'm not gonna find it today. That's fine. Oh, there it is, actually. Okay, let's go down here and get the Stone of Jordan. No, Stone of Mogjogen. And if you want more damage, you could try to like refocus your build around melee, dual wield acid stuff instead, right? Just get like Rift Scourge slicers, for example. Focus on like Shadow Strike, dual blades. 1 point like all the weapon skills. Use Occultist as a support only, so you get like possession, right, for absorption. Blood of Pact, like Blood of Dreeg line. And that's basically all you need, right? And also, I guess you could also use Curse of Reality. But I would not actually get it too early. I think it's not super important early. I mean, it's still RR, like resistance reduction. Wait, I didn't get the... I'm retarded, right? I didn't get the stone. Oh no, never mind, I didn't get it. Never mind. Cut the video. I did get it, right? What I did not get is the portal over here, right? Oops. Use the Transmutant Dreeg's Evil Eye for burst. That's fine. I mean, that's like the best way to level up Dreeg's Evil Eye in general. But I think that part actually got nerfed a little bit on the this patch as well. I don't know why they nerfed that, because I don't think it was like nerf worthy at all. But they did for some reason. And it was just only like a minor nerf, I think. I'm not sure if you can even notice it. I mean, Dreeg's Evil Eye is good AoE, right? Like the burst AoE should be pretty good. But other than that, like single target should be pretty bad, right? And for single target you could just like get Shadow Strike, for example, right? I think maxing out Shadow Strike and like this, like these two nodes, Shadow Strike and Indala's Justifiable Lance should already help you a lot. Ice Scorn, wait what? That's crazy. Okay, this is crazy RNG actually. Getting Ice Scorn Talons, just like that, while solo Saffron leveling is pretty insane. Not gonna lie. These are, well, basically BIS, right? Like for this level. I mean, obviously it also has a mythical version, which will be even better later. But for now, these are pretty good indeed. So let's just use them, right? I don't really need the Unholy Inscription for now, to be honest. I could just get more attack speed or like more fire rest through Molten Skin. Let's just go for... Let's try the attack speed for now. Anytime I Druid Zibra, I have no mana. I mean, if you spam Druid Zibra, then you might have a mana problem, yeah. But like with Transmuted, with the nuke Druid Zibra, you should not have any mana problems at all. Yeah, the poison stuff is still more cast, right? Oh wait, I'm down to... Oh, whoops. Wait, this had poison rest, right? Wait, what? No. Wait, what happened to my poison rest? Oh, I got debuffed, right? That's what happened. And yeah, I should just use a poison armor... I mean, poison component, right? Poison rest component here instead of the attack speed. That should be like way safer. So let's use that. Let's craft another anti-venom solve. Really cheap to craft anyway, right? Zealot's gauntlets aren't bad either, actually. But I mean, yeah, these are pretty good as well. But I mean, compared to those, they're like a joke. More ghouls, mortality. It's not a bad item either. Okay. So let's get rid of this component again and put on the anti-venom solve to max out poison acid resistance as well. And now we're back to 80% resistances and everything. 71 for the stun. It's also very good actually, especially for this level. We can start cruising again. Zarya the cover. I mean, yeah, she's not really a boss for the skater right now, as you can see. Malagan is back, he's playing Minesweeper. What? Hey, what? Is he actually playing Minesweeper? Assassin's Creed, okay. Yeah, he was playing that for like the last couple of days. Or weeks even. Oh, see the bonding? There we go. These Chthonians have some resistance reduction sometimes, and that's why I'm taking so much damage in some situations here. So you gotta be careful about some of these. If you get debuffed, like say if you get a curse of frailty on you, if you get a curse of frailty on you, for example, or like if you're standing inside of some debuff pools from these Chthonians, you can definitely take like way more damage than usual, and that might overwhelm you in some situations. So yeah, be careful a little bit with these Chthonians. They can be quite tricky sometimes. See, for example, this one, right? The Bloodstone Curse. Reducing resistances, regeneration, and away. So this can like reduce your resistances. For example, my poison down to below 80%. And Tal Nosh, the Unraveler, has also like some pools that he has that reduce resistances. These ones here that I'm standing inside of right now. That's why I'm also using the mirror right now. Also, Reynan, how are you? Welcome in everybody. Thanks for the raid. How are you doing, man? How's your Trickster / Reaper / whatever you're playing right now? Wait, where is it? Leveling an infiltrator. Took a lunch break. Alright. He's at level 80. Oh, nice. Sounds good. He's playing beardless now, though. Beardless.
Come see what's left of my wares.
Wait, didn't he like play beardless every now and then? It's not like something too new, I would say, too elegant. They don't have the right resistances, right? Armor would be crazy good though. But yeah, resistances are more important than armor in this game for sure. At least like in higher difficulties. Spider Silk Hauberk. And if you're playing like NASA, not bad, right? This is really great actually. Not bad at all. I mean, I already got like lucky enough, right? Like finding 4 Praetorian pieces in total. Also finding Ice-Scorn Talons, Beacon of the Winter's Wail, and also Undying Oath. Also some solid Spellbreaker items. For sure.
I am told that I can. When the Legion was Inquisitor, he had.
Okay. Oops.
You're here with the cult.
Been there, done that, right? Yeah, we're just gonna hand in all these quests now. And this episode is pretty much gonna be done actually for today. Streamer RNG. Oh yeah, I guess. Oh wait, yeah. Common Chosen's over here on this side. So I didn't do configuration yet, I didn't do Jagged Waste yet. There's still some stuff missing in Act 3, I just did like the main storyline basically, so far. I didn't do these side quests so far on this episode. I'm gonna do that on the next one. Then also Act 4, and then maybe some dungeons, maybe. Not sure if at all, like maybe like Steps of Torment, but that's it. Because on Elite you can definitely like skip a lot. Oh yeah, I also didn't kill Ravok yet, whoops. Let's kill Ravok real quick at least. Thought we were up to date with the quests here, because I do want the Malkadar quest, because otherwise Malkadar is not gonna spawn, and if he's not gonna spawn, I won't be able to farm another Malkadar sword in the next episode, right? Which I should probably, because this one's like a level 40 weapon, right? I'm level 68 now already, and yeah. I mean, the sword is still fine, as you can see with more damage, but like a higher level one would be even better, obviously. Maybe I should just push to 70 today, because I have that Elena's necklace, right? On level 70. And that will be pretty nice to like do a grimtools at level 70 for you guys, right? With Elena's necklace in there as well on top. So yeah, okay, let me actually not finish this episode right here, but instead go for level 70 first. And then we can finish the episode, right? In general, are sword and daggers good for vitality counters, or does it depend on the build? Sword and daggers, like swords are pretty trash for vitality casters in general. I think you want to look for either scepters or daggers, or even maybe caster pistols. Like some pistols are also pretty good, such as this one, right? More goose mortality. It's pretty decent for a vitality caster, right? But yeah, like in general, I would say scepters and daggers are what you wanna look out for. Boneblade is a sword though, that's true. That's like the odd one out. That's like the only sword that's good for vitality casters, I guess. I have no idea why it's a sword, to be honest. Anyway, we killed Ravok, right? Let's go back here to the Soros Bastion. The emote is pretty scuffed, yeah it is. Pretty FedEx. Fed scuff. I'm always reading that as FedEx scuff. Even though it's like a sad smiley, right? It looks like an X to me. FedEx scuff. Alright, you know what? Why not do a Steps of Torment run right now, right? Let's just do a Steps of Torment run. Or Pine Barrens. I kind of want to combine Steps of Torment with the Hidden Path line, right? So let's do Pine Barrens first. This episode and then do SO2 on the next one. Scepter Dagger, okay. Yeah, like generally yes, but honestly the weapon type doesn't really matter that much anyway. Like it rather depends on the weapon. But yeah, like if you want a generic weapon type tip, then I would say Scepters and Daggers or Caster Pistols are more like better than other stuff. But honestly, like Vitality Casters can use whatever as long as it fits the world, right? Well, like the less cunning the weapons need, the better it is as well, because you don't really want to invest in the cunning. And the swords, such as the Bone Blade, need cunning, right? So I mean, yeah, it's a good weapon, but the cunning requirement kinda does not fit that well. Melody for poison, I guess. Oh wait, I already have the Venom Rat. Okay, let's do the other quests as well. These quests should in total hopefully give me level 70 actually. Combined with like the monster experience that we get here.
Well met.
Also, Nivek streams. Thanks for the follow. Welcome on, welcome on. Wait, what are you streaming, Nivek? Since you are streaming, at least that's what your name implies. I've been told to use more points of cunning for OA. 1k in physiques apparently in your normal. I would say that completely depends on the build. Like, it doesn't really matter how much physique or cunning or spirit you have. What matters is like what OA and DA you end up having, right? If you have like 2.8k DA and or OA, you should usually be fine. I would say like 2.8k is like the minimum that you want for both of those. I mean, higher DA is also good. But higher DA is not as important as higher OA. Higher OA is also like not mandatory, but it's also good, and higher OA does benefit you, like does help you a little bit more for damage, and like higher DA helps you for more tankiness. Also Mogara is a little bit scary sometimes, so we gotta be a little bit alert here, but also if he just dies, then she's no problem anyway, right? And yeah, you need 10 to 35 physique for the highest armor tier, that's true. Or like the highest chest armor tier, for example. And I mean, cunning is good if you're playing like a physical or pierce or internal trauma or bleeding blood, right? Because those damage types actually scale with cunning as well. And also if you're a soldier, you can use veterancy, that's enough to reduce the physique requirement of your armor even lower, right? So like soldiers and nightblades, for example, can cunning stack pretty nicely. Nightblade also because of Anatomy of Murder, right? Because you get percent cunning here, so like the more cunning, like the more points that are more like raw cunning you have, the more total cunning you will have because of that passive, right? So yeah, like soldiers and like in general like physical builds, especially soldiers and nightblades, and also like pierce, internal trauma, and bleeding builds can invest a lot into cunning. But like all other builds should not really like invest too much into cunning unless you need the cunning for the offensive ability, right? For example, if you have like less than 2.8k OA, you should try to like maybe yeah, like you should maybe put some more points into cunning because of OA. But generally speaking, I don't really like putting points into cunning on those kind of builds. You should rather try to get offensive ability through other means, such as like augments or components or gear, right? Because on like magic damage dealers, right? Like everything that's not physical, pierce, bleed, and internal trauma. Like all of those, it doesn't really matter if it's a caster, range build, or melee character, right? All of those are basically magic damage dealers. If you want more damage, you could also think about putting more points into Spirit, right? Spirit is, generally speaking, even worse than Cunning. But, say when you're an Arcanist, for example, and you have this passive over here in a focus, which again gives you more Spirit for, like, the more Spirit you have, right? Putting more points into Spirit is actually pretty good. Nah, I would not, like for Vitality Conjurers, like the ones I made, I think I just put everything into Physique, because you will get like enough OA and DA through other means. And, yeah, like your damage doesn't scale with Cunning anyway. I mean, you should just like put Cunning, like points into Cunning if you need Cunning to equip weapons, such as like Bone Blades, right? Or if you need it because you have like garbage OA, right? Oh, creep! Oh, hey. Yo, long time no see. Oh, shit. How are you, dude? Dude, that's a long time ago we've been playing together. Are you still playing League, or...? Also, Sheem, welcome on, welcome on. Why does Crucible not work anymore? Why what? I don't know, I haven't actually tried it yet. It should work. COD now? Okay. Yeah. I stopped playing League as well, like 3 years ago, basically. Or 4 years even. I mean, sure, I did play like a game or two a year or a month sometimes after that, but yeah, not really playing it seriously at all anymore.
Well met.
Also, Lynn Fengel, thanks for the follow, welcome on. Welcome on. Enchanted Flint, we could craft that, but on the other hand, I don't really need more Devotion Shrines, right? So we can just skip it. It's not really mattered, I mean not really needed. I think Fizz wasn't that affected by the patch. I mean, the strongest Fizz build in the game, right? Got nerfed a lot by like the Sentinel of the 3 set. Witchblade, for example. That was literally the strongest Fizz build in the game on the last patch, right? And it got all retaliation damage bonuses redesigned towards acid only, right? So the set gives you like no % physical retaliation damage bonuses anymore, only acid. So that one got nerfed quite a lot, I would say. I think it's still a playable set, like a playable build for sure. I mean, the acid one was good before as well, and it's obviously still just as good. But the physical one did get nerfed a bit, I like a lot actually. But I mean, it was crazy broken before, right? So it should still be playable, I guess. Not sure. I haven't played it myself. And I'm not really interested in playing it anyway, because, I don't know, retaliation is kind of boring, to be honest. I have like 1 or 2 retaliation builds, that's like more than enough. I would rather play 10 Nightblades with all the same playstyle. No, Nightblade is pretty fun though. But yeah, about COD, I have actually no idea about COD. Like, I don't know, the last COD I played was, I don't know, Modern Warfare? Like, 15 years ago, whenever that came out, I have no idea. Like the old Modern Warfare, I don't know how many new Modern Warfares there are now. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, Modern Warfare 1 and 2, yeah. Yeah, I did play 2 as well, too, not only 1. The sigils of consumption stack, they do. I mean, they have like flat vitality decay. I mean, they have flat vitality damage. They have vitality decay damage over time damage, right? And then they also have flat fire and flat chaos damage, right? So what stacks is the flat vitality, the flat fire, and the flat chaos. That will stack. What will not stack is the vitality decay damage. The vitality decay damage will not stack. We're still not 70, so let me rescue the cannons here as well. Or retrieve the cannons, rather. Game, please. What are you doing? Monkas. Here are the cannons, right? Oh wait, you can recover the cannons without killing the herald actually? I didn't know that. Interesting. So this guy is gonna drop a dagger now. That's a new monster frequent here from this guy. The Blaze Herald, right? So we got Invoker's Blaze, which is a, well, offhand for casters, right? Pure M casters, for example. Benetics casters. Let's head back here and hopefully we're gonna get over 70, but I kinda doubt it, right? I still probably won't make 70 here. What the heck, dude? Yeah.
See anything you like?
Okay, let's maybe move one portal in the Astrakhan Road on. I don't need any of those to that's really hard. I have like GG gloves anyway for this level. I have I mean, yeah, boots and pants would be good actually. It's a new devastation medal from the Ungoliax spider, right? Blood Briars, Ring of Steel, amulet. Right, what about these boots? What Steel Gauntlets as well. What Steel Gauntlets aren't bad either. I would have probably used these if I didn't find the Iceborne Talents. Because of the attack speed and also pause and chaos runs. It's pretty good. Okay, let's just move one. Alright, we have another quest here actually. Report the Burnos. This might give us level 70. Let's see.
I don't know.
Oh. Not quite. Alright, let's move one portal in the Astrakhan Road then. Yeah, I do wanna craft Shroud of Bernath actually. Oh yeah, wait. Let's just farm Chthonian seals to get 12 seals so that I'm able to like craft a Shroud of Bernath actually. Are there many Soul Saffron starter pet or minion builds? Yeah, I think you can do a pet Conjurer or Kabbalist pretty easily as a starter.
Come see what's left of my wares. Mine well spent.
I mean, if you want to check out pet builds, I suggest you to check out Maya on the forums. She has, wait, I think I have a link for that actually here. If you write exclamation mark forum balance here in my chat, right, you can see Maya's beginner pet builds, right, the last link. There we go. Just click on that and check out her pet builds. It should be pretty solid. So I'm gonna run this Depraved Sanctuary here again because I can't really go to the Astrakhan Valley portal yet, right? And this place should be decent for Chthonian Seals of Bindings as well, I guess. Alright, we're level 70. That's good. That's where I wanted to stop. I just need like 2 more seals. Then I should be done here. Let's put this up to almost 50, right? We want Star Pack next. Haven't seen a mythical Pierce Isle Burnoff. Damn. Yeah, it's pretty rare, that's true. It's definitely very, very rare. I mean, I've never seen a Word Eater yet. But I guess I just didn't farm Sharzul well enough. Wait, these guys don't drop any seals in it, what the heck? Oh, you mean the Obsidian guy? Yeah, I don't think he can spawn here in normal, but sometimes on Elite and Ultimate he can spawn here as well. It's a little bit weird though, right? Because like usually these kind of Obsidian guys are not supposed to like spawn here, or like spawn on the outer world, right? Only inside the rifts. Kinda. Why does Salazar not have any boss music, by the way? It's kind of weird. Okay, there's one Seed of Binding. That's good. Maybe we get another one here from these guys. No? 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 Feels bad, man. Yeah, maybe that's not the best place. Not the best place for Chthonian Seal Farm, right? Seems pretty bad, actually. I guess we can run Darkway Gate again once more, just to get like one more seal. I'm gonna stop whenever I have 12 seals. there it is. Okay. Let's go back to Jarvis Crossing here and craft a Shard of Burnoth. Does the healing on the sigil stack? Yeah, the healing does affect, like, so Sigil of Consumption, right, has 4 damage types in total, right? It has flat vitality damage, it has flat fire and flat chaos on the modifier, and also vitality decay on the base skill, right? And, well, what can lifesteal? Well, dot damage cannot lifesteal, but the flat damage can lifesteal, right? The 3 flat damage types can lifesteal. And also, what can stack? The 3 flat damage types can stack, the vitality decay cannot stack. So yeah, if you put more sigils, the flat damage type, like the flat damage will stack, and the flat damage will also lifesteal for you. And that's like the main reason why sigil is actually really good in endgame. If it wasn't like that, it would be pretty trash actually. So yeah, we gotta craft a Oleron's Blood, right? I have the blueprint in my stash. Oleron's Blood. Oleron's Blood needs 12 seals, we have that. 4 emeralds, 4 blood, those should be like really easy to get. 4 chipped claws, yeah, I mean, of course, okay. And now we craft a Shard of Burnoth, which needs 1 blast steel, I have this here. 1 blast whetstone, which I don't have actually, yes, yet, right. Blast whetstone. Needs 3 scavenged and 3 serrated. Do I have the serrated spike somewhere? Hello? Oh, there we go. Okay. 3 serrated. Shard B needs also a Mark of the Myrmidon, which I don't have in my personal here. Damn it. Oh, never mind, it's like a oh, never mind, I do have it. I do have it actually. Okay, so I just need 9 Aether shards, and I have... Right, do I have 0? Oh, I have 1 in here. How many do I have? In my personal stash here. Yeah, pretty much 0 as well, right? Okay. So we gotta craft 8 of those. I might not have enough Aether crystals for that actually. So one needs 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, never mind, that's actually working. Nice. So we can now craft a Shard of Burnoth. And a Shard of Burnoth is a level 55 item. So you can craft this once you find the blueprint. I got mine from the vendor in the Ancient Grove on normal. And then you craft this. And then you put this into your weapon. I'm gonna put it into, I guess, the Market R1 here.
Let's take a look, shall we? Safe out there.
And this is now a default attack replacer, which you can use instead of our normal default attack, right? So instead of 10.8k, we're gonna deal 16.8k now. And with all the buffs active, we're gonna have a DPS of 30k, right? We had like what? 20k before? And on top of that, we can also use the Elena's necklace now, right? We are level 70, so we can obviously use a level 70 item.
Got something stashed.
Which I put over here, right? There it is. So this one will give me also plus 1 Nightblade, plus a Star Pact, which I don't have yet, but I might be able to get it now actually, because I can pull some points from Nightblade. I'm gonna lose plus 2 elemental balance and elemental exchange, but that's fine. I'm also gonna gain 14 Aether and 26 elemental runs, and also lose 21 Pierce Wings, which is also totally fine. Yeah. I'm also gonna lose 7% crit damage, which is, I mean, it's not that much, right? That's fine. Either way, this is way better. And yeah, let's get the Wardstone, put that back, because I do need the Bleeders and maybe movement speed even? No, I don't need the movement speed actually. Maybe there's something that has Bleeders here? Bleeders, no? Oh, wait. Yeah, it's left the Venom, right? Wait.
Good use.
This one had poison rust. I was just retarded earlier, right? I was looking for poison rust and I didn't find this. Oh well. Oops. Don't tell anybody. So anyway, what do we put on the amulet then?
Scrap metal.
Could I put whatever we want here actually? What is this? Arcane lens? This arcane lens, I've never actually tried it. It has like flat elemental damage, right? That doesn't seem bad at all. Let's just try arcane lens. I've never tried this before at all. It doesn't seem that bad actually for like this stage of the game at least.
Let's take a look, shall we?
Let's keep this add-on. And yeah. They're gonna be pretty buffed.
For now.
And also we gotta like pull some points from these Nightblade bonuses now, like these Nightblade skills now. Because we got like +1 all skills and like 2 Nightblades, so we gotta pull some points here and there. But it's down to 5 for example again. Right.
Troubles you?
We have hard capped lethal assault at level 70, are you kidding me? So stupid. So OP actually.
Stay strong.
Alright, 5 points which we can put into Star Pact. So we have already access to Star Pact now, which is pretty neat, pretty neat, pretty neat. There we go. Yeah, that should be fine. We don't really need the... Yeah, okay, like, later I should put like more points here, more points here, point here, more points here maybe as well. And like, but first of all I'm gonna max out Star Pact, right? Like the next thing I'm gonna do is maxing out Star Pact, then maxing out Maven Sphere, like putting 1 or 2 points into conversion. No. Definitely. Yo, Rick Balik, how are you? Welcome in, welcome in. Also, Uff Smole, welcome in. Yeah, I'm gonna give you guys a level 70 grimtools here in a sec. Just wanted to check my DPS real quick again. We're up to, well, 39k actually, with bare enough shard now. Or like 37 rather. Wait, why did it show 39k at some point? Oh well, like 37k, yeah, that's pretty good. 36.7 instead of 26.7. Yeah, okay. So yeah, this bare enough Fury gives me like 10k more damage, right? Again, it shows me... Why does it show like 39k sometimes? I'm confused. Yeah, whatever. Either way, this is gonna be the end of episode 4 here in Elite, right? We pushed this character to level 70. Did basically everything from Act 1 to 3. And I hope to see you around on the next one as well. Take care, and thank you for watching on YouTube as well.